What's up, guys? I want to play some for Showdown today and show the deck that I've been using. A guy came into my chat named Kinshar and told me about this deck, and I made a few changes to it. The basic point of it is that it hinges on Sharp Arcana and Spell Muncher, which Spell Muncher heals you every time you play a spell card, and Sharp Arcana gives you a damage up every time you play a spell card. So the rest of the deck is built off of low-cost spells, and in the original deck that I played, I had some pretty high-cost upgrades, but actually I went against that this time, and Piercing Light is about the highest cost upgrade, which is 2. I basically went with Piercing Light and then 2 Muscle Bombs, which are super cheap damage cards. Everything else, it also hinges on having Juices of Growth for the last boss battle of each arena, and so if you can stack both of those, and everything else is just like trying to get through the deck, to get more cards, to get more, chances to get your damage up and your healing up. I'm actually going to go into Frontline to show you guys this deck. It is a little like RNG-ish because you have to hope you get Sharp Arcana early on. And the heal is nice too, but it's more of just kind of like a bonus almost. I do really like this deck though.
Welcome to yet another exciting round of Forced Showdown! The only show in the galaxy with lives on the line. As always, the rules are that the contestant must fight his way through numerous titans, earning points along the way. Tonight's show will be...
As you pick up boons, you want to pick up ones that add mana or give you extra cards. Patchwork isn't terrible, but it's not great either. Let's just do Heat Wave. But if this deck stacks correctly, it's insanely overpowered. If you have this deck and you get Puff Party as a variant in the arena, it's insane. You want to get rid of everything at the beginning unless it's Sharp Arcana or Spell Muncher.
Play cards.
So we didn't get anything here. And we're just going to hold on to all of our cards here. Oh shit. Rip my companion, wow. Oh my god, taking horrific damage here. There we go. Especially for somebody like me who plays kind of reckless, this deck is great if you can get the Spell Muncher. So like here we're just going to do Mind Bend to draw, and we didn't get anything, so... And that's the downside of the deck, is that if you don't get Sharp Arcana, if you don't get Spell Muncher, you're kind of fucked. Because you're not getting the normal, your normal boost cards that are higher cost, but obviously they have a good benefit as well.
Play cards.
Wizard Puff is a really good card for this as well, because you're going to be playing, constantly playing spell cards ordinarily. So you want to play that as soon as you get it. If you can stack 2 Wizard Puff cards, it gets really crazy. Toward the end especially. I hate this, man. I hate the challenges that like fucking restrict your movement this heavily.
Arena completed.
Because you got both the fireballs coming across, then you have those stupid fire traps.
Play card.
Wow, we're getting completely fucked here. So Unfair Advantage is a good card. He draws a card and reduces the mana cost by 3, which means in our deck it's a free card, so we'll go ahead and take that. And then we're gonna go ahead and use Shield to try to draw something out. We can't get that, so let's use Illusions. Okay, so we're just getting completely fucked here. But as you can see, we have quite a few little buddies to help us out here.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Oh god, this is...
Arena completed.
I'm playing conservatively card-wise because I keep hoping that Sharp Arcana is going to come up.
Play card.
Let's play Mind Bend. Okay, so we have our heal at least. So if we play, say, Wild Surge, which is just going to replace this card with another card, it will heal us. There we go. And we got a free Illusions. Did we play Mana Pop? I think we played a Mana Pop.
Arena completed.
So see, just even getting that Spell Muncher card is a huge boon to us because we can now heal after every single thing. Because our deck is so stacked with spell cards, we're always going to have spell cards. This is insanity, absolute insanity. We can't really play our Spellweaver Puff because we don't have enough space for this many cards. And obviously, you want to protect your little puffs, so you get the benefits. This time we get 2 extra mana plus 15% damage in this phase.
Play card.
It's actually just not a super smart decision, but it'll at least give us a look at a lot of cards if we can keep him alive.
Arena completed.
Which he survived, so we should get a shit ton of cards. It'll actually burn a few of them, I think, because there's so many of them.
Frank's dead bodies.
Like 9 cards. Watch Sharp Arcana be the one that gets fucking deleted.
Play cards.
Nope, so we want to play both Juices of Growth cards, so that's going to guarantee us get what we want. Well, we got Piercing Light. Now we get Sharp Arcana. Okay, that's great. So we're going to get like 2% extra, or 4% damage. Well, 34 total, I guess. Okay. What the Juices of Growth card does, if you don't know, is every second that this arena lasts, I gain 1% damage, up to 100% damage. We have a double stack, so every second we're going to be gaining 2% damage, which is pretty nice. And pretty OP, actually. So Frank the Ever Living. And honestly, like, you might think, like, 34% damage is not that much. But the biggest damage card in the game is 45, so... For the cards that we've played, I think that's pretty decent. And that's without even getting our, like, key bonus. So that's 64 stacks, by the way, so that's... an absolutely insane amount of damage. Let's play one more and see if we can get it. See if we can get Sharp Arcana to proc. For wounds, we want this. Draw a card after your mulligan to give us another chance to get that Sharp Arcana early. And another extra card. If you're someone who relies heavily on consumables, this might not be a great deck because there are literally no consumable cards in the deck.
Let's fight.
But you can get them sometimes through the arena variants. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so we got Sharp Arcana. We don't use one of them, but just by using this spell card, we gain a shield, and we already have 8% bonus damage before we even start.
Showtime!
And then obviously in the next round, then we can play the other Sharp Arcana, which will stack it to 8% damage for every spell card that we play. So we're going to play the other Sharp Arcana. We have one left, so let's play Illusions and try to dig through the deck for our heal card. So we're in the second round now, and we have 16% bonus damage. That's pretty fucking good.
You face the light.
And keep in mind, all of our cards, the highest card we have is a 3 for Wizard Puff. So we're going to be able to play cards every hand. Even if they don't benefit us directly, they're going to be giving us a pretty sizable damage increase.
Arena completed.
If you haven't tried this game, it's really, really good. I've streamed about 100 hours of it, and I really, really like it. Okay, so here we're gonna step away from doing upgrades, or step away from doing spell cards and take an upgrade of Wizard Puff, because that will get us a Wizard Puff every time we play a spell card. So that's now 8% damage and a Wizard Puff every time we use a spell card.
Completed.
Keep fighting, maggot.
I don't like that fucking guy, man. Let's do Illusions, Michael. Okay, we need that. We'll play a Squire Puff. No, we'll play both of these Muscle Bombs.
What a waste.
Which stacked with the other thing now gives us 52% damage. Which is fantastic, and we're still toward the beginning of the game. We want to get that assassin down as quickly as possible if we can. Alright, he's down.
Beware the sky.
And you would think Wizard Puffs are that great, but they really are. Especially if you can stack them at the end against the final boss. Oh god. There's a shit ton of dudes over there. Okay, so here we're going to do High Roller Swagger, which gets us a Mana Puff. And High Roller Swagger, which gets us a Squire Puff. So we're going to take the Squire Puff. I don't think we're going to need the Mana here. No, we're not. So let's check our stats again. We're now at 91% bonus damage. We still don't have a heal, but that's okay.
Look out below!
You can see our damage is just ridiculous at this point, and it's only gonna get higher. And again, the highest damage card in the game is 45, and you can't play that till round 7 unless you have like an out of extra mana to play, like extra free mana to play. And we're here, and we're not at the end. Okay, there's our heal. Okay, so we're good.
You're not gonna use that on me, are you?
I don't think we need any of that. If you have cards that you don't really use, that you aren't like super sure that you need, just hold on to them, and that way you can get. And if you have the wizard buff upgrade played, that way you can just use them on the boss wave to get extra wizard buffs to help you against the boss. Like here, we're kind of in the shit a little bit. But because we have that heal, it doesn't really matter, because we'll be completely healed after the next arena, or before the next arena.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did ya?
Extra damage, great. All right, Mind Bend is perfect. We will stack Wizard Puff. Now we get 2 for every spell card that we play. And there's a Spellweaver Puff, which we do not want. Okay, so we now get 2 Wizard Puffs. We're at 130% bonus damage. We get 2 Wizard Puffs for every spell card that we play. We get 35 health, and we get 8% damage. So we're at the next to last one, and we have 130% bonus damage. And we have at least 4 spell cards to play on the boss, including one that will get us 2% or 1% damage per second during the boss fight. I hate these old ladies, man.
By the power of the sun.
They are such a fucking pain, man. I would rather fight the hardest enemies in the game than a bunch of these old ladies.
I be sending this little gift to ya.
By the power of the sun.
This took 35% damage. Where is her heart at?
Fire when ready.
There we go. Another benefit of having an army of wizard puffs is that they'll find it if you can. Captain is pretty easy. It's kind of a pain though, because he won't let you do a ton of damage every time. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, so we have 2 Juices of Growth cards. That's gonna get us 2% damage per second. We play the mana boost, play the mana puff, and we play the Spellweaver Puff. Okay, that grants us 170% damage. We're fully healed, and look at this army of fucking wizard puffs. And obviously we're gonna take that guy out and get some bonus shit.
Look out below.
Light protects.
Ready to cannon. Beware the sky. I'm a fire in my laser.
So at the end, after everything was said and done, we had 214% bonus damage. That's pretty fucking nice. Boss died after the first time he came down, which is pretty rare with that guy. So that's the Spell Muncher Sharp Arcana deck. I really, really like it. You could put in some high level or high value upgrade cards if you wanted to, because on those lower or later levels you are going to have extra mana because your spell cards are so low mana. I just really like Muscle Balm because it's 20% damage and it's only 2 mana. But like I said, you can put in whatever cards you want to. I'll show you the deck again. It's a 2 mana puff, 2 Spellweaver puff, 2 mana boost, 1 wild surge, which is optional. You can put whatever you want in for that. 2 illusions, Michael, 2 sharp arcana, 2 shield cards. Shield card is great, gives you a shield and lets you draw another card. Squire puff, 2 muscle bomb, which those could be any 2 upgrades that you really wanted. Juices of growth you have to have in the deck. That's a huge part of this deck. High roller swagger is nice. It'll heal you if you don't draw your spell muncher card. Mind bend is great. It lets you search through the deck really quickly. Spell muncher, there's your another key to the deck. Unfair advantage is nice. You could probably replace those with something else. I just like it because it could give you a free upgrade. So that could give you like a free wizard puff card in theory. Piercing light is another optional one. And then wizard puff, you gotta have wizard puff. You can use this deck with any of the characters. I've only used it with the Squire and the Archer, but I'm sure it would work for any of the other ones as well. So that's the deck. If you guys are kind of trying to find a really good deck, I hope you'll use it. Again, a dude named Kinshar in my chat told me about it. I really, really like it. I think it's a great deck. And if you play the game, give it a try and see what you think. 214% bonus damage. It's pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.